Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Hollywood After Dark. It is, of course, Friday night, January 20th, 2023, and today we're going to be talking about the impossible. Folks, is Jason Momoa Judas Iscariot? Has he become a traitor to Zack Snyder and Ray Fisher? Has the Snyder Cut fandom turned their back on the man with the golden smile? Have they turned their back on their Aquaman? We're going to be finding that out tonight, as well as talking about Invincible Season 2 and a lot more. Let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. It's Friday night. It's 10 p.m. I wasn't going to stream tonight. This is Friday. But you know what? I'm home. I ain't got nothing else going on. Figure I'd do about an hour. See what's going on with you guys. Check in on some stuff. And talk about, of course, what the fuck is going on with Jason Momoa all of a sudden, public enemy number one of the Snyder fandom. Like, folks, it's happening, man. It's happening. It's absolutely happening. Utter chaos, free fall, just people turning on each other, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria, folks. It's crazy. Reed, no, we're not doing After Dark tonight, man. I'm going to bed once this is over. I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow night if I'm around. I don't know, dude. I'm just tired. The energy in the Northwest is crazy. I get seasonal effectiveness disorder. It kicks my ass really bad this time of year. So it's like all the caffeine in the world, whatever, man, I'm just knocked the hell out. So I just have to give my body what it wants. Otherwise, it's just bad. So I know you want to do it. I want to do it too. It's not a good night for it. Yeah, we had heavy fog. Yeah, we had heavy fog here too. And everything else. What up, Blessing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Music Man here says if he backstabbed Zack, good. Zack is an ass. I don't think he backstabbed Zack. I think that's kind of the issue here, man. Is like when we talk about what's going on with Jason Momoa and all these other actors, you got to remember that like these motherfuckers are working people, man. These people have jobs, they have family. They've got their staff, they've got to work. And if something isn't working in the way that they want it to, what do? They end up moving on, man. They move on to something else. That's how it goes. Yeah, sure, it sucks and no one likes it, but it is just what it is. Let's start off tonight talking about something people out there may not be too happy with while we wait for more people to show on up before getting into the Momoa stuff. All right. But let's talk about this. Cobra Kai is going to end with season 6. And I feel bad for my Cobra Kai loving friends. The people that tell me constantly, oh my God, Matt, Cobra Kai is the best damn thing you're ever going to watch. If you watch Cobra Kai, it's amazing. It's so fucking good. And I'm like, I saw the first episode when it came out and I thought it was decent. I thought it was pretty good. I just I haven't dove in to this new one yet. You know what I mean? And so coming up now on season 6, it being the end, now I have time. I have kind of, I don't want to say necessarily 100% a set time that I will be, walking away from this stuff, but it will be a set time for like when I need to sit down and actually watch it, which is going to be the next step of things to do. So there we have it on that one there. Are you guys, let me ask you this though, because again, it's kind of a low key chill ass night. Are you guys excited for Cobra Kai season 6? Or are you ready for it to be over? Are you upset that it's going to be over? I'm definitely curious to know your guys' thoughts on this one. Because that's something that I think a lot of people care about. They really do. They care about, the show, and it's a fandom. It's a big fandom, right? So there's that. Jess here says, the max a series can go is 4 seasons. After the 5th, there's a decline. Not always, though. I think if you have a clear story you want to tell over the span of many seasons, and you plot it out ahead of time, it can make it work. Trained old school here says it's the right time to end it story-wise. I think that's pretty decent. Yeah. Right time to do that. Good idea there. You know, it's like sometimes, but look, here's the thing. I think the producers even said they want to go out on their terms. And that's the good thing. You want these shows to go out on their own terms. So they said here, our day one goal with Cobra Kai has always been to end it on our terms, leaving the valley in a time and place we've always imagined. While this may be a bittersweet day for the fandom, the Miyagi-verse has never been stronger. We hope to be telling more Karate Kid stories with you down the line because as we all know, Cobra Kai never dies. So there's talks of spinoffs. There's talks of spinoffs of this one. In a conversation with TV Line in 2021, they hinted that a potential spinoff could in fact be in the cards, saying every permutation of a spinoff or deep dive crosses our minds. It all has to be the right thing and has to be the same level of quality that Cobra Kai is. Our minds are always thinking Karate Kid, so that possibility is definitely out there. And I think that's probably going to work out really well for them. You know what I mean? I really feel like if they can get a good spinoff going on of this spinoff of the original franchise and find a way to make it unique and interesting, it can actually live on from there. But also a lot of these times, certain things have to kind of die. Now Spherical Man brings up that 90s show, which I haven't seen yet. I'm going to probably start watching it this weekend, saying that 90s show was pretty good so far. I was going to watch one episode, wound up watching 5. Love Red and Kitty and all the callbacks and cameos. That's great. Now, here's my question. Is there any mention of Hyde? Because that's the one thing, even though he technically hasn't been convicted of 3 counts of sexual assault, the jury is kind of, I think they were hung jury or whatever on that one. And the prosecutor may choose to refile the charges to go after him again. I don't quite know. But I do love Hyde. I always loved Hyde's character and I always enjoyed Danny Masterson. So it's crazy to look at that information, that whole side of things and be like, yes, this is, yeah, right. I don't know. It's kind of creepy there. Music Man here says, I'm rewatching that 70s show. I'll watch it soon though. Yeah. I mean, I would love to go through that again. It's been a while. Okay. So Spherical Man and Salty Snacks, they say, no mention of Hyde. Music Man here says they should just leave the case be. I mean, if he committed those acts, right? If he committed those crimes, then you would want him to be punished for it. But that's the problem though, is accusations, came out, got him fired off of that, what was it? The Ranch show on Netflix and whatever. And then he hasn't done anything since then. And he's been dealing with this and the church has been backing him up. And honestly, it's, that's the creepiest thing about it. Right? That's kind of, Rodney here says that the power of Scientology is helping him in court. Oh, the pocketbooks of Scientology is helping him in court 100%. So, and that's the thing. I didn't know he was a fucking Scientologist for a long time. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I agree. Salty Snacks, they cover it up. But Maverick here, going back to Cobra Kai, says, with the direction the story is going, I think it's the right time to end. To be honest, I was surprised they went past season 4. Season 5 is great, but I don't see how much further the story can go. Exactly. Music Mania says, didn't Kevin Spacey just win an award? Did he win an award? I know Louis C.K. won a Grammy for his comedy special. So that's wild. You know what I mean? But that's I was thinking about that tonight because for some reason YouTube has been recommending me Louis C.K. bits. So I've been listening to Louis C.K. bits off of his newer albums that I hadn't heard before. And it's funny. And he's made a couple subtle references to what happened to him and stuff like that. And I don't know if he ever truly addressed it in a particular fashion or not. So I don't quite know. But for me, the way that I view it is I'm like, can you separate the art from the artist? Louis C.K. specifically, he masturbated in front of multiple women, and that was wrong. And he shouldn't have done that. All right. Louis should have won. He asked for consent to do his shit, man. I mean, like, that's the other part of it too. Like, there was times like where he kind of like, if he like, like nonverbal consent is a thing. I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to dive into that. I'm too tired to have that conversation because like, it's just whatever. But it's like, I mean, if someone whips it out and starts beating off in front of you and you stay there, is that consent? I mean, if there's a massive, but the problem though is not so much that. The problem is like they've also got like there's a power imbalance though, man. Like that's the whole thing. It's a power imbalance. Like he is Louis C.K. They aren't, they're not like they're smaller comedians, man. And he's like, he just starts doing that shit. Like there's a power imbalance, and I think that's a big problem. It's such a weird, nuanced take. Honestly, to really dive in, I'd have to really go back and do my research on it because it's been over 5 years. Like I said, I'm super tired. It's like not even a thing. Ryan here says, apparently Spacey accepted a Lifetime Achievement Award. I mean, he beat, dude, like 2 people associated with like being witnesses in Kevin Spacey's shit died. He ended up beating the rap on one of those things. He's getting brought up again on charges, I think in the UK and stuff. It's like, at what point, like, do they just like leave it alone if he just keeps getting away with it? I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know. Like, I just don't know. Like, is it possible that like some shit like isn't real anymore? Like, I don't fucking know. It's crazy. Zachary here, moving the topic along. Thank you. So a little off topic, way off topic from where we were on, but for the best. But DC related, I now feel kind of cheated that we never got a live action Mark Hamill Joker. I think it would have been freaking awesome. So here's the thing with that, man. I disagree. I'm okay with never getting a live action Mark Hamill Joker because you would have known that it's Mark Hamill in the role. All right. You would know that it's Mark Hamill in the role, and that like it's also Luke Skywalker and shit, and so for that, like, I'm okay with not doing it. Like, I enjoyed Mark Hamill voicing the Joker in the Arkham Knight games. I enjoyed the work that he has done for all the years, but yeah, Ralph's the double tits here, but he is better as Trickster. It's true. It'd be very weird. So there's all that, right? I'm just saying, like, I agree with you. It'd be cool to see. But I don't know if I would necessarily like be 100% up on that shit. Like, like everything else. Right. Additionally, I do want to, I'm going to pimp something real quick here. Just so I know it's my stream. I can do it if I want to, but, I did drop today the Podio commentary lineup for February of 2023. We got Feb 1st is Book of Eli. Feb 8th is Silent Hill. Feb 15th is My Bloody Valentine. And of course, rounding out the month with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Running Man. I haven't seen My Bloody Valentine yet. I've done the research on it. I've got the unrated copy of it to watch. So I'll be watching that very soon. Obviously, Book of Eli is a great film. Silent Hill, I think, is underrated. And The Running Man is just the shit. But here's the thing, right? So in March is a 5-week month. So there's going to be 5 episodes in March. 2 of the episodes I've got planned. I have 3 weeks that are open. So the thing with that is, let me also just point out here that April, I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to do something a little bit fun. Okay. And you guys are either going to like it or you're going to hate it. I know some of you are going to like it. Some of you are going to hate it, but that's okay. I'm going to try it. April is going to be Anime April month. This year. Okay. 4 weeks of April, 4 anime movies. One of them will be Your Name because Taylor Richards bought me a copy of it. Maybe I'll do Ghost in the Shell or Akira, but I don't know if I want to do that, to be fair. I gotta look in if I can get the information on those. All right. Definitely one of them is going to be Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It's because that's an interesting story, and I like the movie, and I want to go. I want to have a reason to go back and watch the 4K I bought again. All right, so yeah, Marcus here says, "Ugh, see you in May." Listen, man, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Not for everybody, but like I have a lot of anime lovers in my audience and whatnot, and I kind of want to toss them a bone a little bit, right? I got to build up them numbers, dog. Not every time. I'm not going to do anime all the time. I got to build up the numbers. So that's what's going on with April. But back to March. 5 weeks, 5 videos, 5 episodes. I'm looking to I need to get to 1,000 subs over on that channel. So I'm thinking about running a bit of a raffle giveaway, if you will, free to enter, everything else. People who sub to that channel, and I'll make it official. I'll do a graphic for it and whatever. But if, like and comment or whatever, and then I will pick somebody, and they can tell me a movie they want me to cover. So they would win an episode dedicated to them about a movie that they like, that they want me to cover. Now, the reason why that's interesting is because I think that would be a fun thing to do down the road and for other things. So Patrick here, can you do 10 things I hate about you? I love that movie, by the way, but all things considered, it's that's down the road. Maybe Spirited Away. Yeah. Do a Miyazaki film. I love Spirited Away. So there's that. John says BTR get you better numbers. I haven't done BTR in a long time, John. It's not that I don't want to do BTR, but it's associated with an old part of me. All right. No, I will not do buck breaking. I will not do a shitty ass documentary that Tariq Nasheed made. Okay. I have standards, Ralph Stubbleton. I have fucking standards. All right. I don't get high on pills and do an 8-hour live stream or call into my court appearance stoned out of my mind. So Mo brings up Lucky Logan. Again, we'll talk about that because Mo would actually, this is the thing. And I'll bring this up because Mo brought this up the other day. And that's something I'm going to probably do. Is when it comes to Podio commentary, it will be a separate entity from this channel in regards to, let's say, long form sponsorship, right? I'll find a way to merge everything together if possible. But generally speaking, for people out there who want to support that podcast, and down the road, if you become a patron or whatever of a certain tier, which won't be super crazy, after a number of months, you would get to choose an episode. And I think that's cool. And actually, Mo had actually kind of put that idea in my head because he DM'd me asking how much it would cost him for me to do a Logan Lucky episode. So there's that. We'll talk about that there. Spherical Man says, no matter who wins, pick Netflix's Marmaduke. No, My Son Hunter. Is there I do need to watch My Son Hunter. And you know what? Maybe one day we'll do a Terror on the Prairie, My Son Hunter double episode or something. I'll turn it into a live stream. But the other part of that though is what I want to do for that channel is I know you guys enjoy talking about the movies as well. And I don't want to move away from that. So we might just do pick a movie, random one of the month or whatever, and then do a live stream over there talking about that, instead of doing a Hollywood After Dark, have it be a Podio commentary thing. So I've just been kicking that idea around and whatever else. Right. So there's that. Spherical Man says, I can't do My Son Hunter again. I haven't done it once yet. How about the My Hero Academia movies? I mean, those are the movies. If they, movies based on shows that I haven't seen, I have no connection with. And if they require any kind of pre-work to watch them, that's going to be, that's a little bit different, Brandon. That's a little bit different. But anyway, I just wanted to touch upon that. Another thing that I want to touch upon tonight that might be kind of interesting is we've seen this floating around, right? Talking about some stuff here. So Daniela Melicor on her IG stories posted this image of her and has a lot of people talking. A lot of people talking about her. Okay, well, it's not going to zoom in on that shit. You know what? Hold on. I'm just going to open this in new image. There we go. All right. So we get this image of her here, and she's looking very good, by the way. And down here at the bottom, oh, look, there's a cutout of Wonder Woman. What could it mean? What could it mean? I don't know what this means. I don't know if this means anything specific. I don't know if this means anything is coming up. I don't know if this means anything. All right. Like, I don't know if this means anything, but she's still looking really good. And I think that's really what it is. Like her hair is done. Her makeup is done. That's a bomb ass top. And she's got the thighs. And I really think that's what's going on. By the way, Command Unit, okay, thank you very much for that super chat for the cutscene. We'll watch it at the end. But I don't think that she's going to be playing Wonder Woman, which has a lot of people speculating. Marcus here says, I'm overweight Wonder Woman. I mean, it sells. You know, I think it sells. I don't think God, I hate to say it like this, but like, you know, you look at someone like Gina Carano's body type when she was in like Cara Dune, that kind of, ripped, right? Like that kind of body type would be what most people I think would assume Wonder Woman would be like, in order to like be that type of character. But when we talk about like movies, right? When we talk about entertainment, that medium is different though, man. That medium wants to sell the idea of they want to sell an idea. And so Reed here says she is stunning, which she is. That actually would sell you more on her being Wonder Woman than anything else. So if you're overweight Wonder Woman, you're not going to get bodybuilder. We're not going to get China. Okay. Static here says she's not Wonder Woman material, but Gal Gadot was. Benson here says her body type now fits Jabba the. I don't know what the fuck that means. You're talking like Princess Leia in the metal bikini. I don't know. H-Bar's here. We all know who RJ wants as Wonder Woman. Yes, that's true. The woman who plays She-Hulk's body double could work. Yeah, She-Hulk has more of a Wonder Woman body type. Complete with the hair and makeup and everything else. I mean, you could literally take the She-Hulk, composite and like put her in Diana Prince's clothing and be like, oh yeah, Jolly Green Giant. There we go, folks. Oh no, Gina's huge now. Gina, I'm not talking now. And I said Gina as Cara Dune. There was a little bit different there. I know what you mean, and that is what it is. Marcus here says there's a happy medium between China and Gal Gadot. There is, Also, by the way, rest in peace, China. And Static here says, no, I didn't like Gal as Wonder Woman either. I did, man. I did. I think she embodied the personality too. Like, not only is Gal exceptionally attractive, like mind-numbingly attractive, she's also got this very sweet persona about her. And because she also has the army training from being in Israel and everything, the mandatory servicing over there, she's got that experience and stuff. So yeah, I liked her, man. H-Bars here says, I didn't want her at first though. I think a lot of people didn't. There was a lot of people that were upset with her and Ben Affleck being cast in that role. So 100%. But so anyway, we'll have to wait and see whatever this might mean. I don't quite know. But then I came across this, and I haven't paid much attention to Brie Larson recently, but I came across this and I thought this was really, really, really interesting. So, she's posting this image here of a fake tattoo sleeve. And that's the only thing in this image you should be looking at, by the way. There's nothing else in this image that should catch your attention. Only the tats. But obviously this is a fake sleeve for Fast and Furious 10, right? It's clearly what it is. She actually didn't go and get this thing done, but this is what's put on her for that. But it caught me off guard. It caught me off guard that this image was put out there. So yeah, I agree with Ralph here. Yeah, it's definitely for her character in Fast X. Yeah. Everyone in the chat's like, oh, Fast and Furious. Yeah, this is for Fast and Furious. Exactly, guys. Exactly. This is what it's for. So yeah, we've got a bunch of that going on. And I think that's really like an interesting, you know, nothing else there to look at, guys. Just the tattoos. I wish it was in higher definition so I could actually like, you know, I'm just going to zoom in on these tats. We're going 400%, folks. 400%. Can't really tell what that is, to be honest with you, right? And I'm trying to look at the tats to look if there's any kind of identifying markers that are on the tats. Can anyone see? Can anyone identify what any of those on the tattoos could be? We're 400% zoomed in. I really can't make it much bigger. But if anyone can identify this, please let me know. I'm looking to understand what exactly we're looking at here. You know, analyzing human anatomy. It's very, very fascinating. Anyway, I'm just saying. I thought that was funny. But there we go. Also, guys, we got ourselves the very first real update on Mother Effin' Invincible Season 2. They dropped a 2-minute thing. Let's check this out because it's going to be good. I want Invincible, baby. One's in the chat if you're excited for Invincible Season 2. Man, late 2023. I don't know about you guys, all right? Like, I mean, I'm excited for this, obviously, but late 2023 is just so far away, you know? It's just so far away. But any luck, they'll give us a lot more episodes than I think we had 8 the last time around. Blessing here says, I wonder if they're doing work on Season 3 while working on finishing Season 2. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. It's definitely been too long. HWAD here is correct. It's been 2 years? It's way too long, you know. But at least we got a little bit of look at that. We know more is happening. But I figured tonight, as we kind of come into the final parts of talking about the news, because there really wasn't too much I saw today. I did see this trailer pop up. I haven't watched it yet though. This is Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. I think this came out yesterday. But real quick though, fuck, dude, $40 super from Todd, buddy. Thank you so much. Asking Jarbo, do you think Ant-Man 3 will make $1 billion at the box office now that China will show the movie? Also, please sing karaoke again on stream, buddy. I'd give me I'll tell you before the end of this stream. Okay. I'll tell you for you, Todd. I will do a karaoke version of You're Welcome from the hit 2016 Disney animated movie, Moana. All right? We'll do that for you, Todd. Now to get to your actual question. No, I don't think Ant-Man 3 will do $1 billion at the box office. I think Ant-Man 3, this is where Ant-Man is going to have a bit of an issue, right? So, the first 2 Ant-Mans are definitely, they're smaller movies, right? They're smaller. This one's a lot bigger. It feels like there's actual stakes to this one. So if there are actual stakes in this Ant-Man movie, it should be pretty good. And I'm hoping that, the love of Ant-Man from, Endgame and everything else, the love of Paul Rudd, will finally build up. Now, I don't know if there's enough general interest in the character, right? If there's going to be enough general interest in that character to push things forward to $1 billion. But China might like it. I don't quite know. Static Path here says Ant-Man 3 is probably going to do 700, 800 million. I don't even know if I would go high end 650 to 7 is my thing high end. All right. I don't think it's going to cross the bill. I think it might do because the other ones have only done about 500 million. This is a bigger movie. This is a much bigger movie. Now this has a lot of implications, a lot of ramifications from this kind of stuff. It clearly is going to kick off Phase 5. It's clearly going to kick off what's coming down the pipeline. But the thing is, though, is there apathy on Phase 4? Right? Is there apathy? that because if you talk to a lot of people, they'll be like, Phase 4 was shit. You know, I don't think Phase 4 was shit, but it's like Black Panther Wakanda Forever wrapping up Phase 4 was kind of a letdown, to be honest with you. It's a movie that's like, it's a really bleak, sad film. And I think, like, you know, maybe that may not be, there may not be the best thing for that. I don't know. Ant-Man and the Wasp made 800 million? Really? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. All right. I thought it only did like 500 something. No way it did 800 million. What? Hold on. Yeah, no, what are you talking about? It did 622 million. Where'd you get this 8 million thing from? It did $622 million. I was close-ish without going over. You went way over. You lost. The Price is Right. All right. I don't know what you're talking about. Shogun here says, and if you didn't watch Loki, do people even have hype for Kang? I think I think people saw Loki. I think that's the thing. I was like, the marketing for this movie. This movie comes out in less than a month, and I'm just not seeing like a lot of marketing. It's going to ramp up though. But like, I think it's going to ramp up with like the Super Bowl. I think we're going to get I think they're going to do a big push for Loki again. That's going to tie into it. Everything else. I don't know, man. I don't know. Enterprising here says, I think word of mouth could be the difference maker. If Ant-Man could be Winter Soldier, surprise good. It could be. But it's like, I think a lot of people, if I'm being fair, I think a lot of people walked away from Ant-Man and the Wasp and they were like, this movie was largely irrelevant. You know, now there's a report that apparently Ghost is going to be removed from Thunderbolts. I have no idea how true that is. You know what I mean? So it's going to be like a big, I don't know what's going on. It looks cool. You know, now that we know the slate of having it and, you know, with Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty and everything else, obviously there is a factor with that now we're seeing Kang. We're getting a movie with Kang. They're starting off with the bad guy and building with the bad guy rather than kind of slowly building up to Thanos and then giving us like really one movie with Thanos. Well, 2 movies with Thanos, you know? So, it's going to be fascinating. Yeah. I know, Gary, that it's a rumor about Ghost. But I agree with H parts. I never really cared about her. I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp one time and I never felt the need to go back to it. I'm a big Walter Goggins fan. I just felt they wasted him as an actor. And Evangeline Lilly doesn't really do anything for me. Just, I hate to say it, but like, it's true, you know, but that's the thing. Music Man here says Kang seems more interesting. I agree. I'm hoping that they make the character interesting, that they have to build him up as a villain, that you understand why he's doing what he's doing. That was the thing with Thanos. Thanos was actually a really good villain because what he was trying to do, you can understand. What he was trying to do, you can almost even fucking relate to. You can even almost sympathize with, right? You could even go, yeah, you know what? That's a sacrifice that maybe needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that kind of thing. Maybe they got to do that with Kang. Although H. Bart's here says Elmo is done with the Wasp now that she has short hair. Dude, Evangeline Lilly with short hair. It just like, she looks like a Karen at this point. She looks like a Karen. Like, it really does. And there's that. She has the attitude of having being a Karen. And that's so weird because she's Canadian. You know, Canadian Karens have come out. And you know, she's clearly a conservative and she's like, you know, I guarantee you that Evangeline Lilly has like alt Instagram accounts that she shit posts on. This is here for $2. Thank you. Says Ant-Man is still doing better than Velma. That is true. It is. That is true. It is very much doing better than Velma. Has anyone watched? Is there a new episode of that out now? Cause like, I know, let's see, Hold on here. Oh, wow. I just saw. Oh, wow. Shit. I didn't realize there's like a copy of Megan that just got leaked out. Anyway. Sorry. I need to see. Okay. So there was a new episode, Spherical Man saw it. Okay. I don't know why I was looking at something where I saw Megan. All right. Sorry. I'm getting kind of sleepy, you guys. It's been a long day. What is it? Did Vox Machina season 2 drop as well? That's a good show. We haven't seen that show yet. Anyway. All right. Why don't we, here, let's check this out. What is this called? Fucking Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham.
Doom. The great Doom is coming.
The sins of the Father are heaped upon the Son.
You have no clue the power this book possesses.
I know those who seek it mean to do this city harm.
Before it can be truly saved, Gotham must be burned to the ground.
Talking dead folks, reptile plagues, it's not natural.
It's a cult that has long ties to Gotham.
Spirit, come to us now.
I can't pretend to know exactly what I'm about to face, but I do know that I must stop it.
We mean to give this city purpose and honor the damnation which bore it.
Mercy.
What did this?
Master Bruce, what's happening to you?
What needs to happen?
Bruce Wayne must die. And through death, become this city's savior. Hello, Bruce.
It can't be.
Okay. When was that coming out? Actually, because it did say this was there a release date on that? Who was voicing Batman in that one? Let me see here. Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham cast. Who's casting in it? All right. Who's Batman? Batman is played by David Giuntoli. All right. Tati Gabrielle's in it as well. Jason Marsden is Dick Grayson. All right. You've got John DiMaggio, Bending Rodriguez as James Gordon. Tim Russ as Lucius Fox. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, like, all right, who the fuck is playing David Dastmalchian is playing Grendon. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. Who is this guy? Oh, the guy playing fucking Batman is the dude who starred in Grimm. So there's that. Okay. He doesn't really sound like Batman though. You know, like you just kind of expect Batman to have like balls. He doesn't have any balls. That doesn't sound like it to me. I know that sounds kind of like fucked up and shit, but you know, it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Anyway. So yeah, Tuvok is cool, man. He is. Tuvok is cool. Friends of mine are good friends with him. Actually, worked with him a bunch. So you know, I've got that connection to him. Like, there's my humble brag. So anyway, what I want to talk about here, let's talk about the big story so far of the DC side of things, right? And that, of course, is Jason Momoa. Now, Momoa posted this yesterday or the other day. I think was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. To Insta and Twitter. He's clearly excited about something. He's clearly overjoyed, jubilant about this particular announcement that he can't talk about, but this is the video.
Years ago, I had the Jeep out front. No, I don't want you. I lived 4 years ago. I was screaming, wasn't I? Yeah. Screaming when I left Warner Brothers. All right, everyone's in the meeting. 4 years again. It's a mystery, baby. We got, I got some really good news. Great news with Warner Brothers. Amazing. Wish I could tell you, but here it is. Peter, I love you. James, I love you. David. Okay. Mwah. To the future, to the future. Baby! Picture me rolling. Those are the 4 years.
Okay, so a lot of speculation about that. A lot of we talked about this last night. A lot of speculation. A lot of people thinking that, hey, this is going to be, you know, this is going to be the big thing. This is going to be him moving on to Lobo, right? But he came out today, and there's an interview from Sundance where he talked about it, and this is from Variety, and this is what he says over there.
How was your meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran like?
It's very, very wonderful. I'm in the house of Warner Brothers, and they liking a lot of stuff I'm doing, and we got a lot of good things coming.
Right, 11 more months until we get
We're
another movie.
We're gonna have, we'll have Aquaman, which is funny. It's the beautiful thing is me and my partner wrote the first treatment for it. It's about a 55-page treatment, and a lot of it has to deal with, you know, me talking to the UN, expediting what's going to be happening with the melting ice caps, and there's no far-off galaxy coming to destroy us. There's no aliens from another place. It's really just the idea of us ruining our planet, and the fact that we all need to get it together and save our home. So it's fun. It's going to be coming out in this December, and then you know, I'll always be Aquaman. The rumors aren't right. I'll always be Aquaman. Ain't anyone coming in there and taking shit. And then there might be some other characters too. So, so we can play. I can play other things too. I can be funny and savage and charming once in a while.
All right. So what does that mean, man? What does that mean? I can be funny and charming and savage every once in a while. That's Marcus here says it's the Frosty the Snowman movie. There you go. Yeah. So obviously it seems like Momoa is still going to be Aquaman, but it does appear if it took 5 years to get from Aquaman 1 to Aquaman 2, literally 5 years to get it out in theaters, we could kind of honestly say it's taking another maybe 5 years to get Aquaman 3 off the ground, if it even happens. But it does seem to me that what is going to happen is that the Flashpoint movie, the Flash movie is going to reset things. And this Aquaman is going to be like an epilogue to that, I think, right? And so after that, it's going to go bye-bye. It's going to go whoosh. So he's like, I can play other characters. And a lot of people are thinking it's going to be Lobo, you know? And so now Reader says playing two roles at once. Now, I don't know about that. He's hinting at that a little bit. He's trying to make it out that that's the case. But it's like, is it going to be a Lobo animated movie? Is it going to be Lobo live action? Now, Marcus here says, is he though? Or is he just trying to, make sure that Aquaman 2 doesn't tank? Well, I don't know. That's an interesting question. That is the question of the year, to be fair. The question of the year does boil down to asking, why should we care about these movies? You know, and that is true. With Shazam, are we going to get a Shazam 3? It took a long effing time, 4 years to get Shazam 2 off the ground. You know, is it going to be able to pull in the kind of money that it needs to warrant living on? What about The Flash? What about Blue Beetle? What about Aquaman? What about all this kind of stuff? There's a lot of things coming out of that we're not too sure yet. And they also don't want to downplay things. But yeah, with the firing of, I don't want to say the fire, I want to say the unhiring of Henry Cavill, as well as Affleck being gone and Gal rumored to be out. It does really seem like, it's possible that he could be playing somebody else. Now, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. Reed here says, James said everything will be connected. And it might be. We can hope for the best, prepare for the worst sort of thing. I don't quite know. Now, HBar's here for $2. Thank you, buddy. It says, is RJ source Daniel RPK's Patreon? Now, it is true that RJ does pay for access to Daniel RPK's Patreon, but not only HBar's does he get access to Daniel RPK's Patreon, he also gets access to RPK's Discord, where unconfirmed and various reports might make their way through the annals of that particular server. And occasionally things might make their way out from there. Again, grain of salt this shit. Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? But what cracks me up the most about this, guys, are people like this. This is where we get into the Snyder stuff here. Right? Check this out. So this particular tweet that has been seen 165,000 times. All right. From Batfleck Movie, a person who pays for Twitter verification like a cuck, says here, so screw Zack and Ray, right? You gotta love it. You gotta love it there. The whole like, oh, but what about Ray? What about Zack? Oh my God. You gotta love it. Because they're now looking at this guy like he's a traitor, like he's Judas Iscariot, like he's backstabbing Zack, he's backstabbing Ray. And they want to make the Batfleck movie. They want to support, they want the Ayer cut. You know. We got Mick D here, says, yeah, nah, Zack would be happy for Jason. He's not spending every waking moment pining about working for DC again or hating on his friends who do. Exactly. You know, again, also he says, excuse him for wanting a job. You know, Jason is moving on to bigger and better things. I mean, it's funny. It's funny because a lot of the comments here are very much just giving this guy shit. This Rick Shoe guy, you know, who again bought his check mark, says touch grass. A lot of these people, they're just giving this guy shit. And that's honestly the right thing that they should do, is just like give him crap, because this is what we've seen on social media. This is why we have to start laughing at these guys as much as we possibly can. You know, and then you gotta get off these actors' dick, bro, get a job. Fandom just need to understand that as much as actors get passionate about their work, at the end of the day, it's all jobs. Fans get to be sentimental. Actors sure love what they do to act, but to be involved in the project is that they believe in. But it's not the same POV as fans. It's true. You know, and that's that's the great thing about this. Everyone is just like, here we go. You also using Fisherman's Ray, yeah, doing the fucking Ray Fisher stuff. But I'll tell you this though, right? I'll tell you this. What's funny, though, is all the quote tweets and all the comments are giving this guy shit. All right? They're giving this guy fucking shit, as they should. As they absolutely should. Ryan here is right. Let the guy do his own thing. He wants to work in. If he can come back as Aquaman down the road and make it work, cool. But in the meantime, if they didn't want to do another Aquaman and they're offering him another gig, let him take it. All right? Let him fucking take it. Let's see here. Hold on. What did RPK say? HBar's here says, no idea. It says RJ says he can't say anything, but he didn't sign an NDA. Yeah, look, I love RJ. RJ's probably listening to this. I give RJ shit about this all the fucking time. Like, paying for, like, being a Grace Randolph super fan on Twitter and paying for access to Daniel RPK's Patreon just to, like, be able to say, this is what I've been told. It gets to be a little bit much. And trust me when I say we give him shit for it. We give him shit for it. We absolutely love RJ, but we also love to give him shit for paying for stuff. So, anyway. But here's the thing with this, right? You got to go and look at the Batfleck Movies Twitter account. This is how you know we're in peak cope mode. Peak cope mode. All right. So like he retweets this guy here. Many of y'all here are fake and not loyal at all. Don't use the I stand with Ray Fisher to only end up supporting James Gunn, DC, and Warner Brothers. Take this post as you will. Don't put words in my mouth. James literally just fired Henry Cavill Superman, and y'all want to celebrate, right? So it's like this guy is like House of L 38. Okay. People just giving this guy shit. you know? Are some people here, like, you know, whatever with this, right? Is Cavill on food stamps? You drama queens, he just got a show on Amazon. He's producing Calm Down. Jesus fucking Christ, you literally treat it like a cult. And if the other members don't drink the tainted Kool-Aid with you, you throw a tantrum like a baby. You gotta love it here. All these accountability over entertainment, actually studio bootlickers are scum. I mean, like, well, I flat out said accountability over entertainment is bullshit. Totally self-serving fake Snyder fans. You know, Dave the Film Junkie here, was it this Flash sneak peek reaction? This isn't even a fucking thing though, right? This was what the Comic-Con thing that got leaked out. And there's that. And then what you got? Ping Pong Flixer says, I'm rebranding my YouTube. Oh yeah. I remember when he said this too, right? I remember when he said this. This was fucking funny. If you guys don't remember this was cope. This tweet from Chris Swenson, absolutely cope. I'm rebranding my YouTube to cover other genre films. I cannot with a clear conscience be DC centric now. They are an embarrassment. Hashtag I stand with Ray Fisher. Did not fucking last. Not one damn bit. Now look, to Chris Swenson's credit, you know, to call him out, like, it's just it's funny because, like, I don't want to call him out. He's actually, like, his channel's doing pretty well. Like, you know, he's got his audience. He does DC stuff. But this is, again, this kind of overreaction to shit. To me, it's pretty fucking funny. Nerdy Mastermind here says, Dave is a part of the problem. When will we be real about this? Well, explain to me how Dave is part of the problem. I am kind of curious your thoughts on that, to be honest with you. You know, I have my thoughts on Dave the Film Junkie. I have no issue with the guy, but I have my thoughts on it and stuff. But I just kind of want to know what you think about that. Because it is interesting to get other parts. Now, so anyway, going back out to this guy, hashtag release the Ayer cut, right? Because again, they want to do all that stuff there. You know, just retweeting 2021 Ben Affleck, right? And then you've got like Aaron Bailey Art here, who's a big, you know, fan. I think he won one of the was he the one who won the Rebel Moon art stuff or whatever? I know he went to the set saying, like, just because you're not happy with the direction of DC, I'm not either. It doesn't mean anything. Zack and Jason are good friends. There is no chance Aquaman to continue. So Jason is probably taking a different role. Twitter isn't real life. These are two grown men. And of course, he brings up this video clip here from, I think, back in like 2019, when Momoa presents Zack with a brand new camera that Zack doesn't have, because Momoa really, really, really wants to show support to Zack, because Momoa is just a nice guy. He's a nice, lovely guy, right? But then you've got the Batfleck movie here goes, oh, I'm sorry, who are you again? The guy who actually has met Zack and hung out with Zack and went to the set of Rebel Moon. You know, I'm not trying to like fucking carry water for Aaron. I think he's a bit of a troll every once in a while. But still, there's that. You know, here we go. James Gunn's Lobo, a far worse proposition. You know, from this to possibly Lobo, talking about Momoa, one of the biggest downgrades ever. Man, like, honestly, it's looking like make the Batfleck movies the only way to go. Hashtag boycott Warner Brothers. How is that even going to happen? How can you boycott Warner Brothers and expect to get what you want? It doesn't work that way. You know, just all of these guys. Here's you gotta love this one here from Sandy Region, right? If there's a flicker of light, there is a hope. All these guys, you know, here we go. Peter, I love you. James, I love you. If it has nothing to do with Zack Snyder, we ain't interested in Jason. Hashtag bring back Zack Snyder. All this shit is fucking cope, guys. It's sad. It's so fucking sad that this is where they are now. They are so furious that they're not, you know, that they're so caught up in this bullshit where they're just like so upset that they're not getting their way. Now they're calling him a traitor. I have to laugh. So Nerdy Mastermind here says, all right, what are you saying about Dave the Film Junkie? All right, Dave, in my opinion, is a bit of a grifter. I think he uses Snyder fandom for his own benefit. Is he one of the full-on nut jobs? No, but he's still one that keeps hope alive. So, okay. Yeah, all right. So here's what I'll say about that. I think Dave likes to touch I think Dave likes the drama. I think Dave likes the chaos, right? But I also think that he understands that, like, you know, he has been a large vocal member of the fandom. He wants people to actually, like, use common sense, to use their brain, to not go all full ham, how a lot of other people have done, right? I don't look at him as a grifter. I don't see him as a grifter because he does consistently put out content. He does his live streams during the week. I think he's on the vodka stream right now doing what they're going to be doing. I don't know what it is they're doing over there, but he's on the vodka stream. He's been doing that every week. He's had actors on. He had Zack on. He had, you know, a bunch of other people on multiple different times. He had Connie Nielsen on an episode. Like, fuck, dude, you know? So he's gotten people to come on. He's clearly got those kind of connections. I think the biggest problem with Dave the Film Junkie is that he's too limited in his scope. You know, like Chris Juan Swenson puts out short, concise videos about DC topics, and he's got a good thumbnail and title game going on. And Dave likes to, I'll share this. I actually made fun of Dave the other day because I think it's something I'm not a big fan of anymore. I've done it in the past, but I'm just not a huge fan. But I gave Dave, I said this on Twitter. Where the fuck is that at? There we go. Yeah, where am I at there? All right. So I'm like, you know, Dave was talking about the Last of Us, and I said he likes it, but he still has to have his stroke face in the comments or in the thumbnail. It's like, this is the thing I hate about Dave. I really do. I'm not going to lie. This is the thing I hate the most. The fucking facial expressions. I know it's a petty thing, right? I know it's a petty fucking thing, but like Dave is an interesting, smart, talented guy. He is. I like Dave, but when he does this kind of shit, it comes across to me as being so over the top, desperate for attention, you know? And it's like, I think, and that's just my take on that shit is that, but that's him. Also, we just hit 100 viewers. So, smack the like. Thank you guys. H Bar's here for 5. Thank you, buddy. He says, when Zack dies, they will pester his kids to finish the movie. Yeah, probably. And that's the thing I'm not a fan of with that shit. I'm not a big fan of that. They will probably be hounding his kids to, like, you know, finish it up. But we did watch, by the way, it was a while ago. Zack had shared it on his Vero. It was a trailer for a short film that his son had done. It was a war movie. It looked really good. So, like, if he taught his kid how to become a filmmaker, then maybe they will pester the kid, and maybe that kid will actually be able to do the job. But I don't see that happening. I think the key takeaway, what Zack, I think, is going to take away from it all, what I think Zack is going to end up kind of, you know, how do I say this? What I think is going to ultimately end up being the lesson that his family learns is don't rely on the studio system. Right. And I think that's something all of us as film fans at this point should really be looking at. Don't rely on the studio system because they're always going to do the best thing for them. They're very risk averse. So, you know, these movies come and they go. These franchises come and they go. And that's just unfortunately where it's at. HRS here says, so is Dave like Max, an agent of chaos? No, Dave's a big ass goofball, right? Dave's a big ass goofball, but I kind of agree with John here that he gets his money from being a copium dealer. Kind of. I mean, Dave works a full-time job, so he doesn't make a lot of money. Like, all right, well, he doesn't, like, it hasn't supplemented his entire income. So he still works a full-time job. So it's not like he's not he's not grifting. But he does have a lot of people who are pro Snyder who watch him, and he gets I think him and I are pretty even on the amount of viewers we get on average. And he's got his patrons and whatnot. So there's that. Did Musicman asking, did Dave ever call Zack out? I don't believe so. I don't believe he ever would. He's friends with him. He would never actually do that. You know what I mean? Like, as much as we joke about that, I mean, with this right here, you know, Zack Snyder's off doing his own thing, his fan base terrorizing everyone on the internet. Yeah, Dave is a person who would maybe make a snarky comment or something about like maybe like trying to keep the peace, but at the same time, would never say anything. This is here says, I hate Zack Snyder fanboys, just reboot the DCEU. Well, the DCEU is no longer called the DCEU. Now it's just the DCU, which I think is a terrible name. I think the DCEU works. I think it's always fit. But when you are trying to when you're trying to reset things and reboot things and reestablish things, yeah, it makes sense to get rid of some of that stuff. So there's that. But thank you though. Yeah, you guys are kind of going hard on that. H. Parser says he's trying to be Ricky Berwick. Look, when Dave the Film Junkie decides to put a cookie in his butt crack and then pull it out and eat it, then he will be Ricky Berwick. All right. So there's that. But anyway, did I skip a super chat? What did I miss? I don't think I did. Let me double check. Is it a free member chat or is it an actual super chat? I think 'cause I got your other one there. Let me just double check. I think we're good there. Yeah, I think we're good. DCEU is Zack's brand. I mean, you're right. You are definitely right. It is Zack's brand, but I do think that it's a thing. So Daredevil, you can't just tell me you watch an interesting video and not say what the video is. So right now, no, but I mean, I don't know what it is. Like, it kind of sounds kind of spammy, to be honest with you, right? You're like, hey, I just watched an interesting video. Do you all want to watch it? Do you want me to send it to you on Twitter? Like, what is the video? I have no idea. It could be 2 girls, 1 cup, and that could get me into a lot of trouble. I gotta be careful about that. So, all right. He looks like he has to take a massive dump in his photo. Yeah, he does that. And he does it to get the attention, to be honest with you. So, post it in, yeah, if you're in the Discord, post it in the content. You want to watch a video, man? Yeah. Is it The Ring? Is it like, I just saw a really interesting video, you guys. Should we play it on stream? It's the only way I'm going to survive in 7 days. Yeah, it's a little bit kind of odd on that one. Bring back the Zack rant video. What, the one that I deleted? Do I actually check the content page? I mean, like, I do look, sometimes. I'll tell you what I find funny about the Discord, right? And I mean this legitimately. Like, I'll post something in there and it's funny because like, it doesn't get any, like, they'll get like almost no interaction, but then like Skywalker Brian will like, even though I made him a theme park room, he posts in there a lot. He still posts a shitload about theme park stuff to the general chat. So it's just, there we go. Bell here says, finally, somebody feels the same way I do about the dumb name DCU. No, Bell, you're not wrong. I agree. I would love it. I would love it if they would, if they would, go back to the DCEU. I think fans like that. If you want to, I mean, like, but then again, would fans accept the DCEU as a name, but a total reboot? Like if they rebooted the MCU, would they still call it the MCU? Or like, would they call it like the MCRU? Right. So there's that. General chat is the most active. Everything else on the side. I know. Honest to God, I don't know how to effectively run a good Discord, but I do check it out. Like, I do watch it out. It's not a porn video. It's a Disney video, but dude, there's been porn in Disney videos. So again, you got to tell me what it is. I'm not going to watch anything because I'm not going to, the MCRU, right? The Marvel Cinematic Rebooted Universe. So there you go. Could be anything. Blargan here says DCU just calls attention to MCU and makes it sound like a catch up. They really should go for a different name. They should. I have a feeling that they will. Because it does seem like that's what they're going to try to do. And that's the right move, in my opinion, is to do that, is to really push it towards doing their own thing, like, you know, complete differentiation. And now, like, and even like when we looked at the thing from the guys from the Cobra Kai, they called it the Miyagi-verse, you know? So everyone's just trying to like figure out their names and shit. Blessing says it's not as bad as the Sony universe name. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. You know, what do they call it? The Sony. I don't even forget it. I just remember the original, the Sony's Pictures universe of Marvel characters. And now it's like what, Sony's Marvel universe or whatever it is. It's terrible. It's terrible. They should just call it the Gunverse. I mean, a lot of people already are, to be honest with you. So that might be like the better course of action. Is just to call it that shit. So who fucking knows? Let me take a look here at the content. Maybe he posted it. All right. No, not seeing anything in the content. All right. So there's also the Yellowstone cinematic universe. I mean, is it cinematic or is it television? Because you've got Yellowstone 1883, 1923, and there's like another fourth show that I heard about. Like I was reading about like another show. It's been pretty crazy. So Spherical Manor says the DCU has been around since as far back as the early 2000s. It's the name of the universe for comics. I've been calling it the Gunverse. I mean, not only that, but the DCU is also like DC Universe, the fucking MMO game. Right? So it's like there's a lot going on there. Tulsa King and Mayor of Kingstown. What are they? Are they part of the same universe too? Let's go. I don't know. I don't have fucking that. I don't have Paramount Plus, but it definitely there's stuff there to watch. There's stuff there to watch. So, all right, guys, I think I got nothing else really to bring up right now, but I did say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Cause Todd here paid the money. Maybe I should offer an alternative, right? Cause it's Friday and, you know, I like to work and stuff. So what if, all right, you guys are going to fucking hate me, by the way. You guys are going to absolutely hate me, but Todd did drop $40 and was asking, that I do a song. We'll do a song. And then we also have to watch the 40K thing from Command Unit. Thank you. Also, Command Unit dropping a tenner. Thank you, buddy. Says the 40K universe has been mostly established for the hardcore fans by hardcore fans, so a large chunk of it isn't newbie friendly, but it's setting first and the story and characters typically come after. Yeah, I was talking, a guy I follow Eckhart's Ladder, and he was talking about, because there's been this whole shit right now with what's it called? Fucking Halo, right? The whole 343 thing. And I do kind of want to talk about that, but like I just didn't do it tonight. And he was talking about like someone had mentioned 40K. And he had said he like went off about 40K. He's like, you can make a lot of money on YouTube talking about 40K. But he was basically saying like the fans are terrible. And, you know, but like, you're not a terrible fan. You've been really trying to explain it. So it's like, but I get it. Some fan bases in the comment sections are nuts. Like, I don't think I would cover, I don't know how I would cover 40K. Like, I'll tell you what, if there was a 40K movie that I could do like a patio commentary on, like a fucking, like a Kingsglaive or Advent Children or Final Fantasy Spirits Within sort of situation, that might be something. And I know you might go, oh, Hell's Reach, but that's not an official movie. That's just like a fan thing. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's a complete saga of the Disney multiverse. I don't have the patience for that right now. That's not this. Post it in the content section so I can at least take a look at it ahead of time. So there's that. H Barts here says, what if 40K fails for Cavill? I'll tell you this, H Barts. I don't think that it will. And I this is going to sound so fucking weird, but I don't think that it will. If you look at what happened with The Witcher, right? The Witcher, it wasn't Henry Cavill that was failing The Witcher. Henry Cavill, for all intents and purposes, was trying to like protect it, you know? And so then, so now going over to do 40K, it's like, there's a lot of people who love 40K. We've covered 40K a lot here on the channel. I watched a lot of stuff. And so you've got that. And then, but Cavill is, Cavill's a fanboy. Everyone knows he's a fanboy. So I think that's where things are going to be a little bit on the different side. Command Unit here also says fans have their opinions. Yeah, they do. They absolutely have their opinions. Make no mistake about that, folks. And some universes, some fandoms, man, they sound the fuck off. It's one of the things where it's like, I don't mind, like, I love picking on, like, certain fan bases, but at the end of the day, I can't really fault people for enjoying a fandom, like the world sucks, right? It does. The world like sucks ass. So having like a community, having a place to go. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that really like there's been a lot of people that have told me that, Hollywood After Dark, the HWAD Squad, that they really, really like it, that they've always liked it, that it helps them out like when they're doing other stuff. So there's a lot of, I'm not saying like it's always perfect or whatever, but it's like, that is something that a lot of people, I believe, are going to, they look for that. They find their communities, and the more you post, the more you're frequent, the more other people kind of find you, and it goes from there. So we're just gonna have to like, I had wait and see. I think, I don't know. Sorry, my brain is starting to go. So we are gonna get this thing down here, but yeah, thank you very much for that, Command Unit. All right. Okay. Ryan here says, you know what they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they often stink. That is true. They do. H-Barts also says, I don't think Cavill will be bad. Just saying Amazon needs to promote it because they barely promote anything except Rings of Power. Well, I mean, when I was at the theater the other day watching fucking The Whale, they had a whole promo, a whole sizzle reel about stuff that they push on Amazon. So you're right, though. But it does seem to cater to an older audience, right? Terminalist, Jack Reacher, Lord of the Rings, The Expanse. I mean, like, it's not stuff that's really aimed for like the Zoomer mentality. That's more of a Netflix thing. But it's kind of like Amazon is like the CBS of fucking streaming. But it's got a lot of people who watch it. And they're only going to expand out from there. And I think that's something we need to consider. Let's see here. This says, at least it's not the Saints Row game, the new Saints Row game, or Velma. They both suck. Yeah, the Saints Row, man. I really loved Saints Row, the first one. And, I'll say this, though. When I got Saints Row 2, it came out 4 months after Grand Theft Auto 4. And I wasn't like a big fan of Saints Row 2 at the time because I was really into GTA 4. But I discovered Saints Row 2 again years later and loved it. And then they go Saints Row 3. And I didn't really care much for Saints Row 3, to be fair. Right? It was okay. But it didn't wow me. Saints Row 4 I really liked because of the absurdity of it being a superhero game, and also Keith David. But, who was also in the first game as well. So is that. And then Velma, I need to give a watch too. We'll see. We'll see how it's going. I need to give it an actual watch because I was really tired last week and everything. Fridays are always tough for me. It's the end of the week and stuff like that, being up with the kids and everything. So, all right, here, we'll do the, final thing here with, Final Liberation, Poor Leadership. This is the Warhammer 40K. It's only 53 seconds, so this is good old...
We've been trying to contact you for days. My other commanders have failed me. I shall allow you to redeem their honor. Only their incompetence and ill luck could have possibly caused my setbacks.
Your setbacks, Pachenka, are due to your inadequacies as planetary overlord and military leader. Be thankful it is known that there is no disloyalty on your part. It will weigh in your favor, should you survive.
Who do you think?
That pompous fool. Oh, we'll have to move quickly to save any of his forces. The longer he's in control, the more troops we'll lose. We need every living man we can get.
Well, all right then. That one guy, though, the one commander dude, was definitely an idiot. We saw him in another video clip, too. All right, Command Unit, thank you, buddy. It says 40K authors is an interesting topic. They have a point system, and the better veteran authors get the bigger projects. Really? Interesting. I mean, I get that. I do get that. That's actually a really fascinating way of going about it. Like, the better you work, the better you perform, the better jobs you get, right? It's a very interesting dynamic, I should say. So that's cool. All right, but thank you for that, buddy. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. I'm going to sing You're Welcome because it was asked that I sing something, but we can make it not happen as well. It's only 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Are you guys? It's been a while since I've done karaoke. It's been a while. So I'm just going to leave it here for a second and let you guys kind of mull around. If you guys want to just endure the punishment or whatever, and we're only doing this one. All right. If it's a thing, I'm not doing any more. And I'm not even making that up. So none of these mystery super chats or whatever. They're like, oh no, do this. No, not going to happen. Not going to fucking happen. But okay. God, I always am terrible when I do this. All right. So let's do it. Let's just do it and get it over with, folks. This is You're Welcome from the hit 2016 movie, Moana. All right, let's try this here. Okay. I see what's happening here. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Well, it's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really me, it's Maui. Breathe it in. I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome? For the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demi-guy. Hey, what has two thumbs and pulled up the sky? When you were waddling yay high, this guy. When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo. Also I lasso the sun. You're welcome. Stretch your legs and bring you fun. Also, I harness the breeze. You're welcome to fill your sails and shake your trees. So what can I say except you're welcome for the islands I pulled from the sea. There's no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. I guess it's just my way of being me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, kid, honestly, I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. That was just Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you've got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't was with Maui when he's on the breakaway. And the tapestry here on my skin, it's a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been make everything happen. Look at the mean mini Maui, it's tippity tapping and ha 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 ha. Hey. Well, anyway, let me say you're welcome for the wonderful world you know. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. Well, come to think of it, I gotta go. Hey, it's your day to say you're welcome, 'cause I'm gonna need that vote. I'm sailing away, you're welcome, 'cause Maui can do everything but float. You're welcome, you're welcome, and thank you. We lost so many fucking people here. I know, it's terrible. Don't quit my night job. Well, this is my night job. This is my night job, all right? I see, here's the thing. With streamer, I can't hear myself very well, so it's very, very terrible. There you go, fucking Todd, all right? That's for you, all right? Anyone's out there like, oh, God, that's fucking garbage barf. You can blame Todd, all right? That's, there we have it on that one there, all right? There we have it on that one. So, yeah, it's... Here's $2 to shut it. I appreciate that, but we're already here. Yeah, I know Jess and Ryan are still here. You know, you guys are things. Anyway. So on that note, I'm gonna go to bed. It's oh my God, you guys. What are we doing here? I like that song too. I give The Rock shit. All right. I give The Rock shit. But I like that song quite a bit. I should do songs next time. No, I mean, like, what was it? Like, there was like a little over a year ago, we did karaoke one night. I know I lost half the people, Nick. I know that, but like, there was one night, dude, you guys were throwing down. I made like $700 in one night doing that shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, listen, that was good, but, that was also embarrassing as all fuck. So, yeah, I know. What? I think, look, I'll tell you guys this. Like, I don't mind. I think one of the key things you guys got to remember about me is like, I'm kind of beyond the embarrassment factor now. Like, I kind of like lean into this shit because it's fucking fun. All right. So it's obviously, it's obviously I do it because I love it there. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much. Have yourself a good Friday night. We'll talk later. Keep an eye out if I'm on tomorrow night or not. Maybe we'll do an after dark thing if I'm awake. We'll see. It's Saturdays. But all right, everybody, have a good evening. Peace the hell out.